Hello, it's 9 p.m. in RTD. It's time to English New Edition. For tonight headlines. We have the certificate award ceremony for the young trainers in the entrepreneurship in Balbala. For the international scene, fragile health situations, the World Health Organization launched an emergency call to the variant. Welcome to our newsroom. The message of congratulations from the President of the Republic to his counterpart re-elected from Central African Republic. The President of the Republic, His Excellency Ismail Omar Guelleh, on Thursday sent a message of congratulations of his re-elected counterpart in the Central African Republic, Mr. Faustin Archange Touadéra. The intervention of your re-election is the first round is the clear sign of the majority support of your compatriot and your political leadership, wrote President Guelleh. There is no doubt the renewed confidence you have just enjoyed will serve as an additional momentum in your unwavering quest to lead your country and your people toward greater progress and development. He continued. The head of state also took advantage of this telegram to reiterate to his counterpart re-elected from Central African Republic his willingness and those of the government and people of Djibouti to work to strengthen relations of friendship and cooperation between our two nations. At 64 years of age, the re-elected president of the Central African Republic, Mr. Faustin Archange Touadéra, is a well-known figure in the country's political and academic landscape. As part of the project Youth Training for Entrepreneurship, FORGE, the Djiboutian Agency for Social Development, ADDS, and the Center for Leadership and Entrepreneurship, CLE, in collaboration with the Secretary of State for Youth and Sports, held at the auditorium of the CLE a ceremony to award certificate of training for the beneficiaries of the town of Balbala who have received basic trainings in the entrepreneurship and life skills. The main objective of this project is to improve the accessibility of young people and women to income and job creation opportunity through training, financial support, and local assistance for the implementation and sustainability of their income-generating activity. The training in entrepreneurship and self-esteem on design and implementation of a revenue-generating activity, a very small enterprises and a small medium enterprises for 3,000 young people, business plan, competition and financing of 500 best projects through donations kept at 400,000 per group of 3 people. The responsible of the Secretary of State for Youth and Sports took the floor and indicate that the main objective of this project is to improve the accessibility of young people and women to income and job creation opportunity through training, financial support, and local assistance for the implementation and sustainability of their income-generating activities. The National Agency for Disabled Persons hosted this morning's consultation meetings in the relation to a cooperation between the World Health Organization, the Ministry of Health, and the National Agency for Disabled Persons. This campaign meeting was chaired by the Director General of the ANPH, Mr. Douale Said Mahmoud, the WHO representative, Mr. Ahmed Zouitan, the technical advisor, the Director of Prevention, Communication and Cooperation, the Director of Social Integration and Rehabilitation were also present. The objective of this consultation meeting is to show that the healthcare system is in line with the needs of population, all the conditions of disease that lead to disability and even more preventive. For his part, the Director of the Director General of the NPH, Mr. Douale Said Mahmoud, has indicated the objective of the consultation meeting is to show that the healthcare system is in line with the needs of population, all the conditions of the disease that can lead to disability and even more prevention. The elders and wise men of the capital and different regions of the interior region met yesterday morning in Arta city at the invitations of their peers. The purpose of this meeting was to strengthen social cohesion and support of the government's effort focused on the socio-economic development of our country, organized at the initiative of the customer chief of the Artas region, is part of the dynamics of a youth movement that was launched on December 17 to 2020. The elders during their various interventions have unanimously reaffirmed the unfailing support of the call of the youth to the President of the Republic while manifesting their communion to this initiative, which they describe it as praiseworthy. Then the elders of the capital and the interior region meet in Arta has for in the framework of the consultations of the traditional the question is relative of consolidation of peace, national peace, and reinforcement of the democracy. The discussion is and consultation about the revitalization of traditional chief and the put in place a mechanisms of share the links of consultation and exchanges between the elders of the different region and the different municipality of the capital. In terms of this meeting, the elders all concerted to the next meeting in the region of Tujura, who designed it for the next after 2 months. The Mobile Custom Brigade team of the Tajurat, presided by Jilani Shehem, says the large quantity of the 850 kilograms of cat with the collaborations of the military staff from the region of Tajurat, the General Directors of Customs, Mr. Guled Ahmed Yusuf, and the Prefect of Tajurat, Mr. Hassan Dabele, congratulate all the forces and the custom agents who fight night and day against smuggling in our country. Within the framework of the fight against smuggling, including all its forms, the elements of the Dikil Customs in collaboration with the elements of the National Dikil Police with the support of a unit of intervention, National Dikil Police always continue hunting and control operations in the Dikil region. The latter stopped yesterday morning, as said in the morning, a significant quantity of cat from Ethiopia through Bandra and a number of hurricane containing fuel that were seized after a search and control in a small restaurant along the corridors at the back of the city of Dikil. In this regard, more than 3 sets of cat and of 50 pack each, totally 115 pocket and carrying on the back men and about 20 jerry can of fuel. The sessions of destruction took place in the barracks of the National Police of Dikil, and the runners will be after custodies and presented to the prosecutor's office the next day. It is with sadness and dismay we had learned the death of Hajj Abdi Miguel Wais. The late Abdi Miguel Wais was the father of our colleague Fahmi Abdi Miguel. He leaves behind him a wife and 7 children, many grandchildren. He was respected and loved by his community. The Director General of RTD, as well as the employees in general, addressed them their sincere condolence. May God accept him in his eternal paradise. Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un. For the international scene, COVID-19 fragile health situations, the World Health Organization is alarmed by new variants, concerned about a more fragile health situation threatened by a more contagious British variant. The French government maintained all health restrictions in force until mid-February and plans to extend the curfew at 6 a.m. to 10 new department. The Prime Minister John Castex also promised to speed up vaccinations. 445,000 French people have been vaccinated so far. In addition, the border with the United Kingdom will remain very limited, and to cross it, negative COVID tests will be necessary. On the other side of the canal, the situation is disastrous. On Thursday, the United Kingdom recorded the highest number of daily deaths since April, with more than 1,000 deaths in the last 24 hours. COVID-19 has now claimed more than 78,600 victims. Prime Minister Boris Johnson tried to boost the morale of the troops with a combative speeches on Thursday. The World Health Organization called on Europeans to react further to the alarming situations created by coronavirus variant from the UK and South Africa. While Europe has surpassed 25 million cases of COVID-19, the latest countries to tightens its restrictions in Portugal, which has just announced the extensions of its restrictions on the use of COVID-19. This is it for the news. Thanks for watching us. Have a good evening.